Hi, my name is Dave. This is Games Gone South, and we are up to session 4 of my 7-day solo RPG challenge, which I issued to myself in order to help me jumpstart my way into starting this solo role playing hobby. This is the halfway point of my challenge, and I'm pretty happy with what I've been able to do so far. And when I play with other people, I very much prefer to be a GM as opposed to a player, and that's because I really don't like not knowing where the story is going to go, or at least where it's supposed to go. So, as you can imagine, this experience here is very much out of my comfort zone. But I am stretching some creative muscles that I've not used before, and this will end up helping me as a GM as well. So, last time, there was not a whole lot of gameplay per se, but we did learn a lot of stuff. Like, we learned that Agni and Quinn are brother and sister. We learned why they want the map that leads to the legendary library. It is because their uncle subverted the will of their deceased parents and is basically holding their inheritance and is not giving it to them. So this map leads to a library that is holding the inheritance, and that is why they are trying to get it. We also learned that this uncle is an official in this city. I determined that he was a city planner. And with that, I thought maybe he would end up knowing like some secret paths through the city or know the ins and outs or something. Somehow I figured something may come of that, so I thought that might be kind of interesting. They were also supposed to be making a plan to go retrieve this map, and I think that's where we're going to start off today with Agni and Quinn talking about the plan. And Quinn tells her his plan, and Agni says, "No, that is a terrible plan." Which Quinn replies, "No, no, no, no. It's a great plan. No, no, it is the exact same plan as before, and it didn't work. No, but this time it's different. This time you're gonna be there and you're gonna run a distraction for me. But I still don't think it's gonna work. It'll work. Trust me. Come on, let's go." So that's the plan, albeit a terrible one. Okay, Quinn and Agni are going to go to their uncle's manor, and he is going to distract whatever guards that were around that caught Quinn the first time so that he can sneak into the house to go for the map. So the next thing that I want to do is test the expected scene. The expected scene is go to the manor and execute the plan. Let's roll against our chaos factor, which last time was not really a scene. I don't think a scene really happened, so I'm not going to adjust the chaos factor any. I'm going to roll a d10, and if it is underneath the chaos factor of 5, or equal to, I suppose, 7. So the expected scene does happen. They are going to the manor. So I did mention that the uncle had a lot of money. I don't know if that's necessarily from his job or if he swindled other people out of money as well and made himself rich off of it. He is obviously not a very good guy. He is a corrupt official and a pretty bad family member. So here's a question that I have. Is he an uncle from the father's side or from the mother's side? If it's from the father's side, then they would be going to Ravenfly Manor. But if it's from the mother's side, then it would be called something else. So let's just roll that and see what comes up. 1 to 3, it is father. It is the father. So this is actually Ravenfly Manor. Their uncle is a Ravenfly. Oh, what is his first name, though? Okay, I haven't even determined that yet. I need to add him to the character list. Where is that name generator thing? Here we go. Let's do some rolling real quick. See what we come up with. 90? Va? 98? Ya? Va ya. 11. Bayabe, Bayav, Bayav, Bayav. I like Bayav. I'm going to go with Bayav. Ravenfly. Okay, so there is Bayav. Now you're not technically supposed to write the names in here until the end of the scene, but if I don't do it, I will not remember it. So we got our Uncle Bayav. Let's go to the manor. So I guess the first thing I really want to know is what kind of security is actually here. Obviously there is some because Quinn got caught by them. So Mythic has this variant of an NPC statistics table. I guess you can consider the number of guards a statistic of the manor. So I think I'll use this to see how many guards there are. First you determine what the expected value would be. I don't know, 5? 5 guards? Is that an expected value? And then just test it. So what are the odds? 50-50. I don't know. Let's see. Are there, does the NPC have a statistic value of X? Does the manor have 5 guards? 30. Yes is the value is what you expect. So, okay, 5 guards. That's probably a way too complicated way to come up with that, but hey, I'll use another piece of Mythic that I hadn't used before. So 5 guards. But as he increased, as Bayev increased the number of guards since the attempted break-in, let's say it's likely. No, I don't want to make it harder on myself. 50-50. No, he has not. So there's going to be 5 guards at various positions in or around this manor. And are they more guards or goons? I'll figure that out as we go. But how many of these guards are inside and how many are outside? Just roll d6. How many are inside? 3. 3 guards are inside. 2 guards are outside. Probably right outside the gate. So what I'm imagining is that there's a fence with a gate and the guards. The guy has tripod legs. There are guards posted right there. So what Quinn tried to do before let's say he jumped over the wall and made his way to the house and tried to sneak in through a window, and one of the guards was inside, happened to be in that same room, and saw him as he was trying to open the door or the window. So that's what happened. That's the outside layout of the house. That does not make sense at all, because it was supposed to be the same plan, but in Quinn or Agni is supposed to be running the distraction, but the distraction would actually need to be right there. So it was not somebody in this room that saw him or caught him. It was actually this guy right here who heard the commotion of him jumping over the fence and made his way around and caught him over here. So that's what that is. We have our layout there. All right. So Quinn and Agni, I'm going to say they stop over here to talk about it. Like, all right, you're going to go out there and you're going to distract them. You're going to draw them all both over here to the other side so that I can get over the fence so I can make my way over to the window. And she says, but what am I supposed to do? And he'll reply, I don't know, pretend like you're selling flowers or something. Like, figure it out. Okay. So then she goes and she'll make her way over here. Here's a question though. This is a Ravenfly Manor. These guards work for, they have Ravenfly. Do they know the family? Or would they be able to recognize her? That is something that I had not thought, nor Quinn had thought about. So let's just see if they would recognize her as she is going up to them. I kind of think this would be likely. So we're going to look at a 65 or less. 36. Yes, they recognize her. So as she is walking up, the guard looks over and maybe doesn't recognize her at first. But as she gets closer, along the way, she'll pick some flowers from the planters or something that are along a wall, and she'll go over there with her little bouquet and like, excuse me, sir, would you like a flower? And he is going to then recognize her when she starts talking to him and say, hey, you're that Ravenfly brat. Like, what are you doing here? And he'll reply, wait a minute. If she's here, I bet that brother isn't so far away. And Agni says to herself, I knew this was a bad plan. I think he is going to move in to grab her to keep her from doing anything. We're going to call him guard number 1 and guard number 2. I don't have to keep saying this guy and that guy. Number 1, he's going to come over to grab Agni to make sure she doesn't try to get away. 1 is going to yell over to 2, say, hey, go check the perimeter. So he's going to go off this way, searching. So now guard number 1 has Agni by the wrist, and she's saying, no, 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 let go of me. And try walloping with him with the flowers to no avail. So Quinn is going to hear this commotion, of course, and like, oh, no. And he's protective of Agni. He's going to run out and he's going to try to get her free. That's what he's going to do. He hears Agni in trouble and yelling, and so he's going to run around the corner and go and just ram into this guy, that number 2, who meets him there, takes him by surprise, just rams him in the shoulder, runs past him, and runs into. Oh no! Oh my goodness! I just thought about something. Oh wow! Do I need to roll for this? You know what? Go with your gut. I'm just going to do it. Quinn goes, runs into number 2, who's going to go search. Barrels past him. Number 1 will let go of Agni as Quinn is coming over to, as Quinn is charging at him. And as he's running by, he's going to run past and keep running around. And he's going to say to Agni, "Run!" And the guards will both immediately go chasing after Quinn. So Agni's going to get this bright idea. Coast is clear. Let's go see if I can get in this house. So now what do I do here? Do I need to make stats for Agni so she can sneak around the house? Or, I mean, Quinn is our character. Yeah, I think Quinn is the character. I think we need to focus on, I think we're going to go through a chase in the city here. So I guess the plan sort of worked, just not the way they expected. It turned out Quinn was the distraction rather than Agni. That's going to be interesting. The scene was trying to get into the house, so I think we're going to resolve this part outside the house first, and we're going to see if Quinn can't escape from these two guards who are now chasing him down, who have fortunately forgotten about Agni for the moment. Let me see if there are any chase rules in the Shadow of the Weird Wizard rulebook. So there are chase rules. It essentially boils down to there being a lead number, which is just an abstract measure of the distance between the pursuer and the pursued. And each turn, the pursued and the pursuer are going to roll agility rolls, and if more than half the group of the pursued make their agility roll, then the lead increases by 1. And if the same thing happens if more than half of the pursuers make their agility rolls, the lead decreases by 1 until either the pursued are caught or they get away. And Quinn did not have very much of a lead on these two guards, so I'm just going to say that lead number is 2. And I guess I will just start rolling some agility and see what happens. So Quinn has a lead of 2. Rolling the wrong dice again. As a, oh, wait a second, hold on. Let me remember something. Where did my character sheet go? Oh, it's right here. Hiding it from myself. I have trickery. Let me remind myself what that does. You can use this talent to make an attribute roll with 1 boon. When you use this talent to roll to attack with 1 boon, your attack deal. We're not attacking. When you use this talent in combat, you lose access to it. We're not in combat. If you use this talent outside of rounds, that would be now, I think. You lose access to it for 1 minute or until a combat begins. So at some point in this chase, I think that would be a good opportunity to use this trickery. But I don't think that we're at that point yet to need it. I think right now he's just going to run around the wall right here and try to get some distance. Did it again. 8 plus an agility is agility of +2, so that's a 10. 10 is the target number, so that will increase the lead by 1. So I'm going to use this to mark my lead number. It goes from 2 to a 3. But now the two pursuers are going to have to make their agility rolls to see if that number goes back down, if they catch up. All right, I'll need some stats for the guards, so I'll just use this same one that I used for the jail guard. So each of them have to make a agility roll. They have +0. Here's number 1, 11. He makes it, so that's going to be half 11. Both of them make the roll, so that goes back down by 2. So now everybody has rounded the corner here and headed out elsewhere in the town. think I want to try to find some opportunities to use that trickery talent. There's a city descriptors table here in the Mythic book. I think I'm going to roll on that just to see if I can come up with some kind of complication or some kind of opportunity. Let's roll a little bit on that and see what we get. 70 peace, 43 intrigues. Okay, so I just looked it up. Intrigue, make secret plans to do something illicit or detrimental to someone. So something detrimental to peace. I think they go around this corner and there are city guards there. I think there's a patrol of city guards that is coming this way. And Quinn is not going to want anything to do with that, so he's going to make a quick dash off to the side down another road. Do the manor guards contact the city guards to join in the chase? I'm not sure that they would. I'm just going to say this is 50-50. 81, no, they do not. So we don't have to worry about those, the guards joining forces to chase after them. They're probably curious about why these two manor guards are chasing after this kid anyway. But is there something that Quinn could do with these? Ooh, yeah, okay. I think this might be an opportunity to use trickery. So ignore what I said about him darting down a side street. He's going to run straight through this patrol of guards, yelling something to the effect of, help me, these guys are trying to harm me. We're going to roll his agility for this turn and use our trickery talent to add a boon of 1d6. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's a 0. 1 minus 1 is a 0. Oh my goodness. Oh. Quinn. I think this means it's going to be pretty obvious to this patrol um, what's going on here. Is you've also got the city, the manor guards chasing Quinn, yelling, "Stop him! Stop him!" And who do you think the city guards are going to believe? The kid with one ear and probably pretty ragged looking versus two manor guards that they probably see pretty regularly on their patrols. Yeah, I think that's going to end the chase immediately right there. I think this patrol of guards is going to grab Quinn and, oh my goodness, he's getting arrested again. But Agni is going into the house. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, I am going to say that is the end of that scene there. Oh, this is wild. Okay. Yeah, so that's the end of the scene. I guess I'll have to figure out how to do this with two different scenarios going on now. But that will be a problem for next time. Uh, that's what I got. Thanks for watching.